Hey folks, this is Chris Crazy House here. And you know what? I was actually going to talk about this a lot sooner, but then it kind of slipped my mind and kind of disappeared. And the second time I thought about recording this video, I thought about it and said maybe I shouldn't do this, but damn it, I got to do it. Got to do it out of just pure respect for the classics out there. And what I'm talking about is I'm getting ready to trash the trailer for the new Tom and Jerry movie. Oh, you didn't know that they were making a Tom and Jerry movie, guys? Yeah. Yeah, they're making a Tom and Jerry movie with animated characters and live action, real actors combined in one movie together. Yeah, because we all know how successful those movies are. I think the only two of those movies that actually worked were Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Space Jam. Other than that, there wasn't really too many other movies of note that kind of combine those two things. But we're going to get into it here, folks. I have to talk about it because, like I said, I'm a Tom and Jerry fanatic, and to see these two amazing characters disgraced like this, it takes me back to my old days when I was a very young animator, first getting into the business and seeing so much trash put out there, and just being very disappointed and disillusioned with the animation industry, even though I was a young man coming in. So, the my journey into this trash started back on Thanksgiving Day. I sat with my daughter and my wife, and we watched the Thanksgiving Day parade. And they had a float for Tom and Jerry. And I thought, oh, that's cool. I haven't seen Tom and Jerry in the Thanksgiving Day parade in a long time. And then they announced, like, this is them from the new movie. I was like, new movie? Why haven't I heard of this? And I kind of wished I hadn't known about it, because I decided to go search for it on YouTube. And you know, it made me almost wish that I had not seen this float at all, because just going down the rabbit hole on social media and finding this trailer, I was extremely disappointed. I almost threw up my Thanksgiving dinner while watching this. So, like I said, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you see this trailer, there's only one way to describe it, and I can't do it myself. I'm going to let my boy Invader Zim describe this trailer for you. Zim, how was this movie? What does it look like to you?
Pure Dookie.
Exactly. Dookie. Pure booty butt trash. That's what this movie looks like. And like I said, I almost didn't want to say this because I don't like to discourage any movie that has classic animated characters in it, because I love seeing them and I want my child to enjoy these great characters, but I can't show them this. This is not the way for them to enjoy classic characters like Tom and Jerry. They will not appreciate it, all right? And it seems like they're trying to have the classic idea of them being somewhat friends but also enemies as well, and it just falls flat. Just for the fact that they're trying to build a story around Tom and Jerry's conflict. There is no real story. It's just, that's what was so great about those old cartoons. The characters didn't have to talk, they didn't have to say anything. It's ingrained in the human mind that cats chase mice. It's ingrained in the human mind that these two animals will be antagonistic. You don't have to do much with that. You just kind of write gags around it. And that's basically what all those old time studios and animators did when they were writing Tom and Jerry. Sometimes they would add a third element, whether it be Spike or his son Tyke, or whether they add like the duck and his little family, or they add, when he came through with the goons, or any one of Jerry's cousins, whether it be the country music player or the tough cousin. So either way, they might bring in a third element, but for the most part, these two characters, they didn't have to talk or speak or do anything like that. You just automatically knew what their conflict was all about. They didn't have to do too much explaining. But with this movie seems to try to explain it, and then on top of that, they add some corny jokes and they add some popular actors and actresses in the movie to enhance it to the public. It's like it's not the characters themselves are not good enough, even though we've taken this classic IP and we're gonna put them in there. It's almost kind of like they've taken some trashy Hallmark Channel or Lifetime movie and put Tom and Jerry in there, just squeeze them in there. There's almost like they don't even need to be there, but they're throwing them in there just to get people to come and watch it. And like I said, I'm just tired of this trend. And I'm tired of this trend where they take classic characters like, Sonic, Pikachu, Tom and Jerry, and they put them in these modern movies, and they won't stand the test of time. You can't do this. Uh, a movie that I thought did a great job of taking classic characters and showcasing them in a new way was the Peanuts movie that came out a couple of years ago. They did a great job. First of all, there was no live action. Yeah, the Peanuts were done with some 3D animation, but they still tried to keep it to that classic 2D style. They also did a great job of combining several different classic plot points from the Peanuts comic strip, as well as the classic animated movies and holiday specials, and combine them and put them into that film. Amazing job. If you've never seen it, I would recommend you guys checking it out. I know some people are not into some of the new versions of these things like I am, but that was definitely worth watching. Me and my daughter watch it all the time. But with this Tom and Jerry movie, they could have done something similar where it just focuses on and have the whole world be animated in and of itself and kind of combine a lot of different plot points and ideas that appeared in the classic Tom and Jerry cartoons and put that there. But like I said, they wanted to take live action actors and put them in this trash. And like I said, to me, it's oh man, it's really bad. I feel bad for the main star of the film, which seems to be Chloe Grace Moretz, who I think is a very talented actress, a very talented young actress. But to put her in a movie like this, and I think what she's trying to do is she doesn't want to be compared to a lot of the other young actresses and kind of put herself out there as just another trashy young white Hollywood actress. She tries to pick her roles and do things that are a little bit more wholesome, and I respect that. But this was not it, baby girl. I must say, I know you probably thought it was going to be an animated movie and cartoon characters in it. But like I said, this is not it. I feel bad for you. I really, really do that you had to be subjected to this. Like I said, it's trash. They don't even have like the classic sound effects. Like go watch the trailer for yourselves. Like the classic sound effects and what little voiceovers that Jerry and Tom had. They don't have that in this movie. It's like if you wanted to get a classic fan like me in there, put some of that stuff in there too. It's not just the visuals, but they all have classic sounds as well. Like Tom has a very classic, definitive yell when he gets hurt, or when his hand gets smashed or his tail gets smashed. And I was expecting to hear that in the trailer, and they never had that there. And that would have taken a few minutes of research to do that. It wouldn't have taken any time either with all the sound equipment that exists nowadays. You could have just lifted it right from the cartoon. They didn't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, who makes these films? Are people that make these films, are they actual fans of this? Obviously not. I think they're just people who are making a money grab, and they just throw some trash up against the wall, throw in some classic characters to get nostalgia, people like myself in there, and they're thinking it's going to be something good that people want to see. And it is definitely not that. I mean, you guys go watch the trailer for yourselves and you let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. And God help you after watching it. I feel bad. I'm sorry I'm sending you there to watch it, but you need to see it to understand where I'm coming from. But you guys watch it and let me know how you feel in the comments section. Anyway, this is Chris Crazy House signing out. Peace.